I made a video more than a year ago about how I plan to become a millionaire by the age of 30. And I think that now this video needs an update. It has been one of the most popular videos on my channel because I put it on the first page itself. So people want to know my plans. But there are things that I said then, like I said, it's about 14 months ago. I don't really believe in these things anymore. It's not that I was wrong, it's because I changed my mind. Now, I'm a little closer to becoming a millionaire. I'm a little closer to reach the age of 30. I'm currently 26 and a half years old. That's why I believe it is important to reevaluate the situation and to make a new video. I don't know about you, what are your plans? Do you plan to become a millionaire or you're already a millionaire? But I think if you're watching this channel, it's because you want to make more money by investing. Therefore, it is important to look at your personal finances, not just your portfolio. Because your portfolio, that's good, but if your personal finances are not good, then you will need to take money out of your portfolio to cover a cost which you do not prepare for. So it's bad. That's why I believe it is important to have personal financial goals. And then you look at your portfolio separately. For me, it can be two separate things because my portfolio, it's my business. But for most people, actually your stock portfolio, this is part of your personal finance. So in this video, we are going to talk about how I plan to make more money, and maybe you can learn a thing or two about that. Before we go into details, please make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ishfaaq. I am a popular investor on eToro, where I manage assets for over 1,500 people. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the coming videos. I had this goal of becoming a millionaire by the age of 30 when I was 21 years old. So I had 9 years to achieve it. So why 30? It's because something I learned from Warren Buffett. He also had the same goal, but he only became a millionaire at 32. So he failed his goal. At the time, of course, I really wanted to achieve this goal, but now if you ask me, it's not really my priority. My plans now are longer term. So even if it's not 30, it's 29, it's 33, it's not really a problem for me. I was 21 at the time when I made this goal. I was young and stupid, but now I'm a little less stupid. So let's say you want to become a millionaire or even a billionaire. There is nothing wrong about that. But you need a plan. You need to be realistic also. You can't tell me that you will become a billionaire by the age of 25 and you're 24 years old. It can happen if you have a very successful business, but it is very, very unlikely. And most businesses fail. And maybe you don't want to become a millionaire at all. Let's say you like traveling. You don't need to be a millionaire to travel. So every year or every quarter, you're going to travel to some other new country, but it means you are investing. And immediately after you make some profits, you take the money out, you travel, and then you reinvest money and grow the portfolio again. Once you have a certain amount of money, you travel again. Maybe this is what makes you happy. You don't need, because you cannot quantify it. What is the value of a travel? It's intangible assets. You cannot put it on a balance sheet. But maybe this is what gives you happiness. So who am I to tell you not to travel, not to waste money on that? But each person is different. If you want to become a millionaire by the age of 30, and let's say you're in your mid-20s, you need to be frugal. There are some sacrifices which you will need to make. I know they're on YouTube, on Instagram, you will see those people in Lamborghinis, but these people, I'm not saying that they did not do anything great. Of course, they did something great, but it's not going to work for everybody. They will sell you a course, tell you that you do the same thing, you will achieve the same thing. It's not going to happen. Now, maybe your goal is to become a millionaire when you retire. Let's say when you reach 65. So you have 40 years to build wealth. This is also a very realistic and good goal. And I think most people should have such a goal if they ever want to become a millionaire. Of course, it is important if you're investing, the more returns you make, the shorter the amount of time you will take to become a millionaire. And of course, the more money you can invest, the better it's going to be for you. So it all depends on your situation. It's not because everybody on the internet wants to become a millionaire that you also need to have that goal. So if it works for you, if you think this is something you need, then you go for it. Otherwise, you don't need it. As for me, it's not really, in the past, it was really a goal that I wanted to achieve. But now when I think about it, what's more important is assets under management. Capital instead of my own money, how much money I have. I may have only $10,000, but if I have $10 million in asset under management, that would make me very happy. I mentioned in a previous video that one of my role models was JP Morgan. When JP Morgan died, he left a fortune of about $1.5 billion in today's money. At the time, it was $80 million. And half of that fortune was in his art and book collection. When John D. Rockefeller, the richest man of all time, heard this, he said to think he was not even a rich man. So JP Morgan, all this influence he had, this big company, this big conglomerate empire he had, he was the most powerful man in the United States, even more powerful than Rockefeller or even the president. But he was not that rich actually. It was all capital. So if you want to change the world, capital is much more important than money. You look at Steve Jobs, he did not leave such a big fortune. He sold most of his shares of Apple. When he died, most of his wealth was in shares of Disney. But he was not that rich as, let's say, Bill Gates. But he did change the world. It's because he had access to a lot of capital. As I mentioned, I'm 26 and a half years old. So I have 3.5 years to become a millionaire. Right now, my net worth is $50,000. More or less. How much do I need to save every month to become a millionaire? It's $22,000. I cannot do this. And I'm not a saver, I'm an investor. Currently, I'm making over 60% returns per year. It's because of GameStop or the great investment I had recent years. That doesn't mean that this will keep happening for the next 3.5 years. Maybe we'll have a bear market. But let's say, best case scenario, I can reach 60% a year for the next 3.5 years, I will still need over $7,000 to invest to become a millionaire. And right now, I'm not making $7,000 a month. So it is impossible to achieve this millionaire status this way, just by investing. I will need to think about other businesses. And right now, like I said, YouTube is not monetized because I'm still waiting for that pin to come. The borders are closed because of this pandemic. Once it comes, maybe my channel will be monetized. Another source of income. But I have two sources of income today. If you don't count my investments, it's first Teachable and secondly eToro. eToro is the primary one. You will see that all these businesses that I have, YouTube, Teachable, even eToro, all of them are investment related. So if you want to become a millionaire because you want to do some business, do something that you are good at and something that you love. Because I like this game. I'm very good at it. If I did not like it, I would not be talking about it. The only reason why I make these videos is because I want to talk about it. I'm happy to talk about it, otherwise what's the point? If I was a farmer, I would be making videos about farming, not about stock investing. Because it's something that I like, something I'm good at. So even you don't watch these gurus and the internet will tell you to do drop shipping to become a millionaire. If you don't like it, why would you do it? And I don't think there is anything interesting in drop shipping. What's good about those businesses I have, YouTube, eToro, and Teachable, is that the growth can be exponential. And normally, this is something you can only achieve most of the time with an online business. Because of the cost in a physical business, it's a little hard to achieve exponential growth. The more the business is growing, the more the cost will be. But let's just take, for example, my course for beginners. It took me 5 months to make that course. I made over 150 lectures. And so far, I sold only 7 of them. Why I'm not selling more? It's because the course is a free gift on my research partnership. So I believe people want to join the partnership and get the course as a gift instead of buying it separately. But I made that course only once. 5 months of work, hard work. Of course, it's not just hard work, it's smart work too, a little of luck here and there. But just 5 months, and then it's ready. Now I can sell this to 7 people, 70 people, 700 people. I don't have to do any additional work. It's exponential growth without any additional capital expenditures. Of course, on my research partnership, I need to do more and more research. Every week, I'm posting my research. Same thing on eToro. I need to communicate to my copyers. But I'm doing the same amount of work which I was doing with 100 copyers. Now with 1,500 copyers on eToro, it's the same amount of work. I'm not doing 15 times more work. And even on Teachable, when I had only 1 or 2 members, same amount of work that I'm doing with 50 members. So if you want to become a millionaire very rapidly, most probably an online business is the best option for you. But as I mentioned, it's not a necessity to become a millionaire. There are other things which are more important in life. Now let's talk about something that I talked about in my past video, but now I changed my mind a little. It's about volume. When I made that video 14 months ago, I said that it is easier to sell a $10,000 product to 100 people instead of selling a $100 product to 10,000 people. So I was talking about selling things which are expensive to less people. And this idea at the time I was reading this book, Bloomberg by Bloomberg, and he talked about that because the Bloomberg terminal, it's $20,000 a year subscription. And in the book, he said that they don't offer any discount to anyone. It's not if you're JP Morgan or big bank, you are not going to get any discount from them. It's the same price for everybody. And if you think about Bloomberg, it's like the social network for rich people, for investors. So comparing Bloomberg, the terminal I'm talking about, and let's talk about the network, everything, Bloomberg, and let's say Facebook. Facebook, they don't make that much money per user, but they have a big user base, such as Bloomberg. They don't have many users, but they make a lot of money per user. So it's two different business models. In the past, I was leaning more toward Bloomberg, but now when I'm seeing how it's working on eToro and even on Teachable, I think I'm leaning towards what Mark Zuckerberg did, what Facebook did. So volume, a big volume, but you don't have to sell anything expensive to them. That's something great, but why not both? Because I always said that my plan eventually was to move beyond eToro. The cap right now on eToro is $75 million AUM. You cannot grow beyond that. I always wanted, I like eToro because it gives the opportunity for normal investors, non-accredited investors with only $500 to have the same services that they would if they were investing in a hedge fund. Because I am like a sort of hedge fund manager on eToro. But now I wanted to create my own fund eventually. It's not going to happen in 2021, maybe 2022, 2023, I don't know, but sooner or later it will happen. There, of course, you can charge more. So why not both? I think it is a good idea to start thinking, now have a big volume, but it's low cost. Maybe in the future I can do the same business, but with a smaller volume, but high cost. Now you may tell me that it's not going to work. You either sell to the rich or sell to the poor. You cannot sell to everyone. This is something that I have said when I was comparing Apple with Samsung. I said Samsung makes hundreds of models of phones. They are selling to everyone. It doesn't work. Apple, they make expensive phones. They sell to only people who can afford these phones. That's why Apple is more successful than Samsung. But why it's going to work for me, I believe it's going to work. I don't know. I've not tested it. It's because it's the same work. I'm not going to make a new type of phone just for these other people. It's the same work, same research I'm doing the same work. Of course, if someone with $10 million comes to me and asks me to manage their money, I will charge them more. But it's the same 2% I'm charging to those people on eToro. I'm not charging on eToro. eToro pays me. So eToro pays me 2%, but now I'm not charging anything. But with rich people, there is nothing wrong in charging them, let's say 2% of AUM. So eventually, I want to transition there. But like I said, it's not a new business. It's the same thing that I'm doing, but reaching more people and reaching to different types of people. I think the best way to put it is like it's going to be like JP Morgan Chase, because they target for the Chase brand, let's say the poor people, and for the JP Morgan brand, it's the rich people. But you look at the bank, it's the same bank, same type of management, same leadership style, nothing changed. It's the same thing, same banking business. They are related to each other. It's the same CEO, Jamie Dimon. So now I'm more like a Jamie Dimon type of guy. Of course, for the time being, these are just goals, plans, dreams. We need to work on them in order to achieve that. So let me know in the comments whether you want to become a millionaire. What's your goal? How long do you want to take to become a millionaire? Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share. Please watch these two videos here if you have missed them. Have a nice day and goodbye.